to LockDownLunacy.
Tasty Tuesday, a Lent season.
Yay! I'm Pastor Diane.
And I'm Pastor Peggy.
We are so glad that you have joined us today. We had so much fun last week making pancakes. This week, we're going to make a fish dish.
A fish dish. In Newfoundland, when I grew up, I don't know if you guys did this or not, but a lot of people around here, every Friday during Lent, they would have fish. And it's a really, really old tradition that comes from abstaining from meat, fasting from meat, or anything with fur on it. So it comes mostly from the Catholic tradition, but a lot of people here in Newfoundland observed it because, I mean, let's face it, fish was plentiful in Newfoundland, right? So you abstained it from meat all week, and a lot of people actually sustained from meat all of Lent.
Oh, really?
Really, years and years and years ago, but we, as a family, we never ate meat on Good Friday. It was always a fish dish on Good Friday. But you know, I've been to a lot of different places, and somehow Fish Friday has become a thing, even in Cafe 56.
Yep.
It's a Fish Friday.
Most of the little diners in that neck of the woods have Fish Friday.
Yeah, and it's a very liturgical kind of thing, but people don't realize it, that it comes from Lent.
Yeah.
First of all, we would love to hear from you. If you have any traditions that you do over Lent, we'd love to hear from you and all that kind of stuff to what you do for Lent or anything. So if you fast or if you don't fast, or if you're today years old of hearing about Lent and all this kind of stuff, we'd like to hear from you. There's a whole bunch of different ways to make this, and Pastor Diane is going to be making it one way, with stovetop. See, I'm going to be making mine a little bit different, and even using a different fish because that's what I have on hand. But you're going to start by actually cooking your stovetop. So grab a bowl and put your stovetop in it, and a cup of hot water and 2 tablespoons of margarine. Fun. And what I have done, and you can use a box of stovetop if you want, or you can make your own home style stuffing. I made my own home style stuffing. So in this I have 4 cups of, the recipe will be over right here, but I have 4 cups of breadcrumbs, 1 cup of melted butter, a small onion chopped up, 2 packages of Knorr chicken seasoning, a little salt and a little pepper, and 3 tablespoons of summer savory. And I mixed all of that together. So, yum.
I'm using very precise measurements with my coffee cup for a cup of water.
Yep, you are. What I love about cooking opposed to baking is things can be interpreted.
Yeah.
You can change this up. You can add different spices. You can, like, one of my favorite shows to watch is Chopped, and I love how they put different things together and just make it hopefully taste good.
Hopefully.
So you're gonna grab your pans.
When I stuff a turkey at Thanksgiving or Christmas, I grew up, my mother made homemade dressing, and it was a potato base with dried bread crumbled up in it. Mm-hmm. And she put spices in it too. But because I love the smell of this, I sort of do a hybrid where I use some potatoes and stovetop mixed together, and it's just so good. So could I add some of my potatoes to this so I get that consistency that I like?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
What I like about this recipe, and I think Diane is going to do this, or Pastor Diane is going to do this, she's going to make several and freeze them. So you can make this ahead, pop them in little containers and freeze them up. So that'll be that'll be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah. All right, so when we have our stuffing ready, what's next?
So you're going to spray your pans, and you're going to preheat your oven to 350.
Preheat oven to 350 and spray pans. Now, I don't have any spray.
Oh, well, just a little grease would do, like a little, if you have a little oil or if you have a little bit of butter, just spread it in.
If you haven't noticed, I am in a different kitchen. Some immigration paperwork that I'm waiting for. So I have moved home to New Brunswick from New York, and I left a lot of my stuff there because I intend to move back. And one of those things is kitchen things that I miss so much. I don't have my sprayer, and I don't have this, and I don't have that, but we just work with what we have, don't we?
We make do.
All right, so now?
Okay, so what I have done is I've gone ahead and I've poached some salmon. And the reason why I've poached it, it's what I had in my freezer. It had skin on it. So it was, and I didn't want that in this dish. So to poach it, I just boiled some water, brought some water to a boil. I added some salt. And then you can add other things. You can put lemon or dill or whatever flavors you want in your water. So you flavor your water, and then once it's boiled, you drop your fish into it and it poaches. So I've got these beautiful chunks now of beautiful salmon. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay your fish fillet in each pan. Now take some vegetables. So you have some frozen vegetables. I have some carrots that I've boiled and cooked up, but you can use canned vegetables, or if you have broccoli or whatever vegetables you like, you can throw in on top of the fish now. Yum.
Is there any particular amount that you should have?
It depends on how much you're cooking, how big your dish is, how many people you want to serve, all that kind of stuff. So I'd say for each one of your containers, maybe a cup, right? I mean, some people love lots of vegetables. Other people are like, vegetables? I have to eat vegetables in this dish? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I actually like vegetables. I just don't eat as much as I should.
So yeah, put in some extra because, you want to get your servings of vegetables in there. Just evenly put them out over the top of the fish. So now you're going to take, good old reliable can of cream of chicken, but you could use a can of cream of broccoli or a can of cream of mushroom or whatever you want, whatever you like. But I'm just using chicken to go with the chicken seasoning that I have in the stuffing. So pour that into a bowl. Don't pour it into over your chicken yet. And you're going to take a half a can of milk and mix that in and scrape down the sides here. Now you're going to give that a good mix. Do some whiskey business in there. Get it all combined. And then pour it over your vegetables and your fish. And that'll help cook everything. So now I have my beautiful salmon and carrots. Oh, yummy. It looks yummy, yummy, yummy.
So you're using salmon, and I think I have haddock. What other fish would work? Like, could you use, what's that called? Talupa or talaba?
Oh, talupa.
Talupa.
Talupa, I would say trout or any kind of fish.
Any kind, okay.
Yeah. So now you're going to take your stuffing, because you're making 3 dishes. You want to divide your stuffing between the 3 dishes, right?
Okay.
Pat that down. Put a good little, like tap, 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 tap. Put as much stuffing in. This is like making a shepherd's pie, but you're making it with fish.
So it's a fisherman's pie.
Fisherman's pie, maybe. Yeah.
Not to
I
be
didn't use all of my stuffing. If I had enough stuffing here, I could have went with maybe 2 cups of breadcrumbs or more. If I wanted to make this for more people, I'd have more salmon and a bigger dish.
I should have made more stuffing because it's going to be a thin layer.
Ooh. I've got a nice thick layer on mine.
Well, I'll know for next time. Yeah.
Now I'm going to make my mashed potatoes. So I've got my cooked potatoes in the mixer here, and I've added a little bit of margarine, and I'm going to add a little bit of milk. And this is going to seem very unusual, but I'm going to add an egg to it, because I'm going to make a whipped potato, and a whipped potato with an egg, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of margarine or butter, and milk is absolutely delicious. Now, I did a little something different with my potatoes today. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper in here. But what I did with my potatoes today is I poached my salmon, and instead of throwing that broth out, I cooked my potatoes in the broth from the poached salmon. So I got a beautiful whipped potato, just like you'd have on the top of a beautiful shepherd's pie. So I'm going to put this all over the top. Oh, it looks so yummy already. If I wanted to get really fancy, I could put this into a piping bag and pipe it into the pot or into the casserole dish.
Now mine is not whipped as well, but
That's okay.
that's okay. It's all going to go down the same throat, so,
And we all like things a little different. Now, my dad might not like this a lot because it is so whipped. My daughter will love it, but my dad likes little chunky pieces in his mashed potatoes. So anyway, we'll see what happens. And I'm going to, instead of putting cheese over the top, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of paprika on the top of it here.
Oh, nice.
So it'll look pretty.
Now, for those of you who might be watching from New Brunswick and possibly Nova Scotia, I would think that if you had some dulse flakes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if you had nori or anything like that.
Yep.
That would be really good over the top of this. I never even thought of that. So here I have mine now in my pot. Oh, yummy.
All right, so I have 3 dishes that all look like that.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
So they go in the oven for how long?
If you have a pan, I would put it on a baking sheet just in case there's bubbling over. There we go. And now you let that cook for about 45 minutes to an hour.
Alexa, set a 45-minute timer, please.
45 minutes. 30 minutes. There we go. And that's all there's to it. Hi everyone. If you are watching us on YouTube, I want you to give us a thumbs up and do that commenting thing. We'd love to hear from you.
Also, if you want to see other stuff that we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and right beside it, that little bell, notification bell, click on that and tell YouTube how much you would like to hear from us.
Mhm.
My timer's going off. It's been
I hear
5
that.
minutes.
That's why I'm here.
All right, so we're going to check and see how well they're doing. Alexa, please stop. You know, I don't think mine is done.
Oh, okay.
It's the cheese around the corners is brown, but in the middle isn't.
Ooh, so exciting.
You know
Is
what?
yours red?
I just took a quick look. And the top is nice and browned and let me grab it out of the oven. Look at that.
Ooh, looks delicious.
Oh, it smells delicious.
So here is mine.
Oh, that looks so good. And mine is a little flatter.
Mine has had a chance to set because it came out of the oven a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
but it's still piping hot. So God bless. Thank you for this food.
Yes. There you
I
go.
get a little bit of everything, a little bit of fish, a little bit of stuffing, a little bit of potato, a little bit of paprika. Hot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is hot. Mm-hmm. But it's good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. So this is a great meal. It's one that I will make again and again. So good. Well, I'm so glad that you could join with us for this Tasty Tuesday Lent edition. Join us next week where we're going to look at a Mexican flavor. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm so excited. Can't wait. Next time, I am Pastor Peggy.
And I'm Pastor Diane. Be safe
Be healthy.
and be the church.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.